Look, I get it. You're out there grinding, following all the advice, but still not seeing the results you want. It feels like everyone else has cracked some secret code to success and you're the only one left in the dark. And trust me, I've been there. But here's the thing, there's no secret code. What I've discovered changed everything for me. And it's not what you think. It's not a hack or a shortcut. It's lessons I have learned, and if you're willing to apply these lessons, well, this could be the game changer you've been looking for. You know all those stories about overnight success, the ones that make you think you can start a business today and be rolling in cash tomorrow? Yeah, that's usually not how it works. And let me tell you something, I've been there. I remember when I first started my business. I was so pumped. I thought I'd be making millions of dollars in the first year. Honestly, I thought maybe in the first month or two. That's how naive I was. The reality, it took me nearly a decade of consistent effort to build the foundation for my success. That's right, a decade. Not a week, not a month, not even a year, a whole freaking decade. Now, I know what you're thinking. Prince, I don't have a decade. I need results now. I get it, because I was once there. So trust me, I do get it. But here's the thing. This stuff does not happen overnight. It just doesn't. I wish it did. And the sooner you accept that, the better off you'll be. You know what real personal growth looks like? It's reading a book a week for years. It's meditating every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's putting in the work day after day, even when you're not seeing immediate results. Yes, it's about intensity, but more importantly, it's about consistency. Now, while everyone else is out there looking for shortcuts and quick fixes, you're going to do something different. You're going to embrace the long game. You're going to understand that true transformation doesn't happen overnight. And let me tell you, once you accept this, everything changes. Your perspective shifts. You stop beating yourself up for not seeing instant results. You start to appreciate the small, tiny wins, the tiny improvements that compound over time. That's where the real magic happens. You know why? Because those small wins, those tiny improvements, they're the building blocks of real lasting success. Think about it. Every successful person you admire, they didn't just wake up and boom, they were successful. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Did you know she spent 6 years writing the first Harry Potter book? 6 years. And Steve Jobs, maybe you guys know who that is. He worked on Apple for over 2 decades before it became the tech giant it is today. Long after he's gone, these people understood something that most people don't. They understood that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They embraced the journey with all the ups and downs. And that's exactly what you need to do. Now, I know this might not be what you wanted to hear. You probably came here looking for some secret formula, some magic trick that would skyrocket you to success, but I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, which YouTube nowadays, I feel like people are just making content for you to hear the things that they know you want to hear. I need to give you guys the truth on what my overall learning lessons were that got me to the point that I'm at right now. So you're probably thinking, great, it's going to take forever to see results. Why even bother? But hold on. Think about this. If you just improved 1% every day, how much better would you be in a year? And maybe you've heard that before. Just get 1% better every single day. But the answer might shock you. See, most people underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They're always looking for the big wins, the massive breakthroughs, and I was too, and I still am. Here's the truth. Those big wins, they're built on a foundation of tiny, almost invisible improvements. Let me give you an example from my own life. When I first started reading, I could barely get through a page without losing focus, which I know a lot of people have trouble with focus today. So I started small, just 10 pages a day. It felt like nothing at first. But day after day, week after week, it started to add up. Before I knew it, I was devouring books. And not just reading them, but understanding them, applying them to my life and business. This principle applies to everything. Your skills, your habits, your relationships, your business. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about making tiny improvements consistently over a long period of time. Now let's talk about how you can apply this principle to your own life and why it's the key to achieving things you never thought possible. I'm going to tell you something that might be hard to hear, but trust me, this is the most important part of your journey. Growth isn't comfortable. In fact, if you're comfortable, you're probably not growing at all. Think about it. When was the last time you really grew as a person? I bet it was during a challenging time, right? See, our brains are wired to seek comfort. It's a survival mechanism. But in today's world, the same mechanism is holding us back. I remember when I had to first pitch my business idea over to investors, I didn't know the right approach from the wrong approach. But you know what? That discomfort pushed me to prepare harder, to learn more, to become better. And here's the thing, the more I put myself in uncomfortable situations, the more I grew. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. This applies to everything in life. Want to get fit? You got to push through the pain of working out. Want to learn a new skill? You got to push through the frustration of being a beginner. And trust me, I understand that frustration. When you learn to embrace discomfort, to see it as a sign of growth rather than something to avoid, that's when you start to unlock your true potential. So here's the brutal truth. Personal growth is hard. It's uncomfortable, and it takes way longer than you think. But it's also the most rewarding journey you'll ever embark on. Remember, it's not about overnight success. It's about consistent small actions, embracing discomfort, and playing a long game. Now, I want you to take a hard look at your life. Where are you avoiding discomfort? Where can you make small, consistent improvements? Your future self will thank you for starting today. And remember, keep pushing forward. You're closer than you think.